everybody, it's Jit, just in time. The wait is over and we're doing a holiday treat here. We've got our Italian loaf. We're gonna cut it into large dice, and guess what we're making? Yes, we're making a fan favorite. We're making stuffing. So we're gonna take our serrated knife, tuck our fingers, and we're gonna cut this into large dice here, all right? So we're gonna start on the edge, and we're gonna let the knife do the cutting. But guess what? This is taking way too long. We're just gonna do it like this. And now we have our cubes. And of course, we gotta get these in the oven. 400 degrees, 15 minutes. But before we do that, we gotta take these into our... So now we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil right on top of there. About 2 tablespoons. And then we're gonna add cluster of seasoning here. We got a little bit of salt, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion powder. And we got some oregano in there. I'm gonna sprinkle all of that in there, and we're gonna get it all mixed up. And then, oh, this smells good. It's bread with seasoning on it, all right? And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and lay it out on our sheet tray here. All of the flavors are working together. Get that laid out evenly. And we're gonna stick this in the oven, 400 degrees, 15 minutes. And now we have our croutons working in the oven, our Italian loaf. Now we're gonna go ahead and can't forget about the star of the show, our liquid gold. And we're gonna go ahead and add that into our saute pan. Liquid gold. And now we are going to take our stuffing to a whole nother level. You could add bacon, you could add salt, you could add fruit, you could add whatever you want. But today, we took a look in the freezer and we had some chorizo, all right? So we're gonna spice up our stuffing just a little bit, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and add our chorizo in here. And we're gonna get that cooking until it's brown. Spicy chorizo. That means our stuffing's gonna have a little bit of kick, all right? So as I was saying earlier, you can add fruit, you can add roasted nuts of some sort, you can add just the giblets that come with the turkey. In this case, we're amping ours up. A little bit of chorizo, all right? Spicy pork sausage, okay? So we're gonna get that going. And we're gonna get that browned and nice and ready to go, okay? I got my high temperature spatula. That way we can get it all cooked nice and brown. And then we're gonna add all of our other ingredients, okay? So let's get that brown, and then we'll move into adding in the additional things we have. And now our chorizo is cooked off, so we're gonna add 2 cups of celery. Smells so good. 2 cups of onions. And we're gonna let that cook in all of that flavor for about 5 minutes, all right? Let them come down just a little bit. They're gonna get translucent. And then once we get done bringing those down, we're gonna add some of our spices, okay? So let's get that cooked down for about 5 minutes, and then we'll move into our other ingredients. So now we've let our chorizo and our onions and our celery come together as one, and oh, it smells good. And today we're gonna add fresh sage. Now most of you all have sage in the refrigerator. I shouldn't say in the refrigerator. You most likely have it in your dry area where your dry spices are. Now we're gonna use fresh today. We went and minced up a tablespoon, and this gives you a peppery, lemony, even a mint flavor to your dishes, all right? So we're gonna add this in last. So we're gonna add in our tablespoon of minced sage, and then we're gonna add a little bit of thyme, all right? It's time. Bad joke, right? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring it all together, and oh, this is that time you need smell-o-vision, all right? So we're gonna turn our temp down just a little bit because we don't wanna burn those fresh herbs that we just brought in, because if you take them up too hot and they start to scorch or burn on you, they turn bitter and there's nothing you can do, all right? Now that we've got all of those ingredients in, we're gonna add 3 cups of chicken stock. Now this is our last thing that we have to add before we go in the oven and check on our croutons, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and add all of that in there. And we're gonna let that simmer for about 5 minutes. And then we're gonna start putting our chorizo infused stuffing together in a minute. So we went to check out our beautiful croutons. Oh, they came out wonderful. And now we're about to transfer this into our chorizo stuffing. Oh, can't wait. 2 eggs, already whisked. Drop that in. And then we've got a 1/4 cup of parsley. We're gonna throw that in there as well. And then the moment you've all been waiting for, here come our croutons. We're gonna dump those in, and then we're gonna take our whisk and just kind of get everything mixed around. Get some of that egg on the bottom mixed in there, get our parsley mixed in, get all of those flavors coming together, all right? And then last but not least, here comes everything else. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add our, chorizo, onions, and our celery, and our fresh sage. And we're gonna add all of that together, and we're gonna get this mixed. Oh, I wish you could smell what I could smell right now. Let's get that mixed right now. And can you all see? Look at that right there. We got something special working here, all right? So we're gonna let this get mixed around, and we're gonna let it rest just for a minute so that we can get everything cleared out and get it in our casserole dish. Oh, and I wish you had smell-o-vision right now. All the flavors are together, and now we're gonna put it in our casserole dish. We're gonna cover it for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna uncover it for another 30 minutes. We're talking 350 degrees in the oven, and that's all you gotta do. Stuffing jit style, you know it was coming. So let's go ahead and get that in here. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. And oh, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know. Oh. There it is. It's going in the oven for an hour. We'll see you in a minute. You don't understand what it smells like in here. Smell-o-vision, I'ma send you some, but try this recipe out. Earlier, we didn't talk about how much chorizo we put in there. We put 1 pound of chorizo, the spicy pork sausage. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, for the moment you've all been waiting for is, what does it taste like? Well, let's look and see. Oh my goodness. We're gonna put a little bit on the plate. And you don't have to stuff your turkey with it, but let me tell you, if you decided to, this right here, And the moment everybody has been waiting for is Jit gonna try it. Smells way too good. Beautiful breadcrumbs, onions, chorizo, celery, that fresh sage. There's only one way we end the show. I don't need to say anything else. You know what time it is. It's Jit, baby, just in time. The wait is over. Chorizo stuffing. See you next time.